Hey guys, this is Frozen Thing Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I'm going to be doing a review on Barbie. So, Barbie is the latest film from Greta Gerwig as director, and it stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, Ariana Greenblatt, Will Ferrell, Emma Mackey, Simu Liu, Michael Cera, Kate McKinnon, Issa Rae, um, Emerald Fennell, Alexandra Shipp, Kingsley Ben Adir, I think there's others. Oh yeah, John Cena, Helen Mirren, Dua Lipa. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Am I missing someone? No, I think I said everyone the ones I know only. And so basically, the plot for Barbie, it tells the story of Barbie, a doll living in the world of Barbie Land, and it's just simply having a happy time where, like, it, it's in a world where all the Barbies have personalities, while the Kens are just, just regular beachgoers, and one day Barbie just questions about dying and living as a human. So she gets visited by weird Barbie played by Kate McKinnon, who pretty much sends her on a journey to discover to learn what it means to just be a person and a female. And yes, so yeah, Barbie heads to the real world, and she meets some humans people, like specifically Gloria and her daughter Sasha. And when Barbie returns to the Barbie world sooner than I expected, things just go upside down, and Barbie must fix it. Fix it as she faces an existential crisis. So yeah, that's the plot for Barbie. So yeah, yeah, I'm sure you all know that Barbenheimer's a thing. Yesterday, I just reviewed Oppenheimer, and I watched it and I was blown away by it. That was a movie that was just, very depressing and very dark and just, very grim. And yeah, so definitely a movie like this would have, lightened up the mood yeah, a great movie like this would lighten up the mood for just yeah, this one. So yeah, I will admit though, the idea of a Barbie movie was questionable. I wasn't really excited for this movie when I first heard about it, because I was like, really, a live action Barbie movie? This is not gonna work, because I'm just not really a Barbie fan. I just don't care about Barbie. I'm just I mean, I like girl stuff. I mean, I am obsessed with a few girl stuff. One perfect example being the Disney princess, but yeah, I just don't care for the Barbie doll itself. So yeah, I'll admit that I thought that this movie was just going to be a cash grab. It was just going to be like just an unnecessary Barbie movie that no one asked for, and it's just I just had no idea why Hollywood decided that to just greenlight this cash grab of a movie. But then I actually started to get excited for it when I heard some new stuff about it. It was being directed by Greta Gerwig, who is one of the best female directors. In fact, she's right now my favorite female director, mainly because I just realized that Jennifer Lee isn't the director. Yeah, she's just an executive producer. Well, she was no longer a director. She's not gonna direct Frozen 3 anymore. So I don't feel like seeing Jennifer Lee is a director. So Greta Gerwig has taken her place as my favorite, as the best female director. So yes, I know I was originally planning to review two of her movies leading up to this movie, but then it just became conflicting where when I decided to watch Oppenheimer and Barbie one day apart. It was just going to be stressful. It was going to be like kind of stressful for me to review both Oppenheimer and stressful for me to review the Christopher Nolan movies leading up to Oppenheimer, and then the Greg Gerwig movies leading up to Barbie. I didn't really want to stress myself out. Thankfully, Greta Gerwig has an upcoming movie that is surely to release sooner than the next Nolan movie. I heard Greta Gerwig already announced her next movie, which is a couple of Chronicles of Narnia movies. So yeah, that is when I will review Lady Bird and Little Women. But if you want to know my brief thoughts on them, both are masterpieces. Well, I wouldn't go as far as calling Lady Bird a masterpiece because you gotta be a 10 out of 10 movie to be able to, for me, in order for me to just say it's a masterpiece. And the Little Lady Bird is not quite a masterpiece. There are some nitpicks I have of the film, but Lady Bird is a great movie, a brilliant coming of age stories that just shows you that Greta Gerwig is such a talented director. But I think her true magnum opus, in my opinion, is Little Women. That movie is a masterpiece. I actually have talked about Little Women on my channel in my top 10 favorite Christmas movies list back in December 2022. Yeah, I had Little Women like in my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. Heck, even top 3, I think. Yeah, Little Women is Greta Gerwig's masterpiece. Her magnum opus. It's just such a beautiful coming of age story about women. Just trying to just come of age, and it's more of a character study of just 4 sisters and an entire family, and yeah, and it really shows you that Greta Gerwig is just capable of making women and female characters great. And you got some actresses I'm passionate about, specifically Florence Pugh and Emma Watson. But so Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, which Noah Baumbach, I think he wrote Marriage Story. Did he direct the film? Let me know if he directed the. I think he directed Marriage Story, which is a masterpiece. Did he direct Marriage Story though? Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that. So yeah, and also the cast came out. The cast came out. We got Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, and this huge cast as well. But yeah, Margot Robbie is an amazing actress. Margot Robbie is just such an amazing actress. Like top 15 favorite actress. Not quite top 10. There are actresses that I'm more passionate about, but like Margot Robbie is amazing. She was. I was introduced to her with Suicide Squad, the bad version, and yeah, that was her only bad performance. Everything else was just really good. Wolf of Wall Street, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Suicide Squad, the better version, the good version, and my personal favorite, the Margot Robbie role, Babylon. Yep, that is hands down Margot Robbie's shining. That was when Margot Robbie just truly shined the most, in my opinion. And yeah, what else is there? Yeah, and of course, well, Ryan Gosling, Blade Runner 2049, La La Land, yeah. Now, yeah, there was, just like Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling did have one lackluster performance, and that was in First Man. I reviewed the movie, and I stated that I don't like Ryan Gosling in the movie. He was just really boring, he just had such a bored face throughout, yeah, she just gave such a boring performance as Neil Armstrong, and it's really sad to see Ryan Gosling go down that path. But yeah, and I don't remember seeing Ryan Gosling in another movie after First Man. Well, until this one. So yeah, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are just a duo enough to make me actually think a Barbie movie, a movie that is just such a stupid cash grabbing idea actually work. And then the trailers came out. I did not put this in my most anticipated movies of the year list because I just didn't really think it was gonna be my cup of tea, especially with the trailers. No, don't get me wrong, I love the teaser trailer, especially with that 2001: Space Odyssey reference, and then when these kids sing a giant Margot Robbie Barbie statue. Yeah, yes, I'll admit, but I was excited for it, specifically when we saw the first, when they introduced the first look of Margot Robbie as Barbie, and I was like, wow, that actually looks really impressive. I think I'm excited for this now, and yeah, but I actually was not planning to, and fun fact, I was actually not planning to see this in theaters. I was planning to just watch it online or just wait for the Max, because it came out the same day as Oppenheimer, and you can't and of course I've always been on Oppenheimer's side, yeah. I've always been on Oppenheimer's side. However, what got me excited for Barbie is the teaser trailer too, which is my favorite of the Barbie trailers. You know, the one, the fun, 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 fun. You know, that song. Yeah, that was when I started to get excited for Barbie. Um, that was when I started to get hyped, and I was like, okay, this actually could be really good. I'm gonna see both Oppenheimer and Barbie in theaters. And then and then my excitement for this movie just went up and up and up. But actually, one of the main reasons as to why I'm actually like completely 1,000,000% hyped for this movie is just because of the Barbenheimer trend. You know, with Barbie and Oppenheimer just becoming a meme, I was like, and saying that true film fans has gotta watch both movies in theaters. I was kind of convinced by that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see both movies in theaters. I'm gonna have a double feature. So yeah. And yes, the official trailer was really good. Yeah. So yes, even though I saw Oppenheimer first, it would suck for me to miss out on Barbie. And I know there are some people who are there's some men who are pretty much not a fan of this movie. They're like pretty much slamming this movie for just being woke. Which why? What does the word mean anymore? Like people just say this movie is just all about feminist propaganda and male hating and it's an anti-male movie and all that stuff. But like, hey, at least it got praised by critics. Yeah, at least it got, and it's most likely gonna do well at the box office since Barbie is based on a popular IP. And then you got the Vyun community saying like, oh, I don't want to watch Barbie. This movie is going to suck. This is going to be the most overrated movie of the year because it's a live action Barbie movie. It should be animated and yada yada. And it's PG-13. And why do we need a Barbie movie? Honestly, I bet that if and I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I feel like if Barbie was animated, and a kids movie, I wouldn't have been excited for this movie. Because you know my excitement for this movie is just mainly just for the fact that this is a film on its own, just for a film on its own, like the cast, the big cast, and Greta Gerwig, and just being Barbenheimer, yeah, being Barbenheimer, yeah. But yeah, now let's share my thoughts on Barbenheimer. Yeah, enough of the intro and stuff. But now what did I think about Barbie? I thought it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was such a really good movie. Now, is this now let me ask you though, is this the best movie of the year? Is the best movie of the year? No, it is not the best movie of the year. That will still go to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and there's actually a lot of movies that are better. In fact, Barbie is not gonna have a space in my top 10 favorite movies of 2023 list, unfortunately. So, I hope Harry Thomas won't, just be like, where is Barbie in your best movies list at the end of the year? Like, at least Barbie will get an honorable mention. Don't worry. At least I love Barbie, but there's just to me other movies that I just prefer. But yeah, Barbie is still an amazing movie, and I would say this is without a doubt the best comedy movie of the year and the funniest movie of the year. Funniest movie of the year. Yeah, Barbie is such a great film. And yes, I have no criticisms with this movie whatsoever. And yes, for a movie whatsoever. Well, maybe I would say give out a few nitpicks for this movie. Give out a few nitpicks for this movie. There was one song I didn't like in the beginning of the movie. And I was like, I kind of got worried that this movie was not gonna live up to the hype in the first 15 minutes of the movie. Like I was like, is this not? Like I mean, for just 5 minutes. Like now, yes, I will admit that it started out with the very beginning of the movie was basically the teaser trailer, the one with the 2001 Space Odyssey reference. I actually love seeing that in theaters because I never got that teaser trailer for Barbie in theaters. The one with the 2001. But then when it came to like entering Barbie, I was like, okay, this isn't going well so far. That was just 2 minutes of the movie, and that is not enough for me to like just call it a flaw. Now, unfortunately, my theatrical experience for this movie was underwhelming. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, the theater is kind of cool though. It's very comfy and unique. It's just very colorful and just perfect for watching a Barbie movie. Fortunately, though, there were kids in the theater, and I mean just annoying kids. I'm sure we all experienced one of those movies where the kids would just be running around the theater, just distracting you, and all that stuff. That was me with Barbie. Yeah, I haven't like had this kind of experience since Cars 3, where you see that kid just running around, being noisy, like being so loud in the theater, and just and what's worse is that the kid like behind me literally banged my seat like a couple of times, and I was kind of distracted. I was like, okay, maybe I watched in the wrong theater. There were a few times when I even like tempted to get out and just to walk out and just watch in a different theater. Yeah, but yes, but did that affect my thoughts in the movie? No, absolutely not. There is just so much to gush about this movie. Yeah, like where do I get with this? Yeah, this movie is full of unexpected surprises, clever writing, and such a great message. And also burst with creativity. Yeah, let's start off with the Barbie Land. My God, the Barbie Land is gorgeous. Yeah, I absolutely just love this. Just the world building of Barbie Land. The world building, like just full of just just people just enjoying their time there, just being happy. Even the kids, even if they're just seen as useless, they can still enjoy their time. Still enjoy this time. And yeah. But the Barbies like really seem to have let's just more of a role. It's kind of like back in the days when men did do all the work, and women are just sidelined. Yeah, basically imagine that era, but gender swapped, where women are more useful than the man. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And I know, like, I'm not trying to put you up by saying, oh, this movie is woke, because it's not woke. Yeah, this movie is not woke. If you're worried about this movie being woke, thankfully it's not woke. Yeah, there is um so much here. And I know, like, there were like two critics who pretty much caused the controversy. Yeah, at first there was actually no controversy at all. Yeah, and I'm kind of glad about that. Yeah, that there was no controversy. Unfortunately, we got Grace Randolph and Jeremy Jans, who literally just started the Barbie controversy, because they're like, and also a few other critics who I don't really know. But Grace Randolph and Jeremy Jans just mentioned in their review that this movie is about preaching. It's a movie just preaching about female agenda, and it's a male hating movie. Grace Randolph said that as a compliment, and Jeremy Jans said that's a criticism. And it just drove people mad. Like, they started making videos like, oh no, woke Barbie is failing, and it's gonna be a failure. It's gonna be a box office bomb and stuff. But that's actually not true. Like, it's I don't know where like they got the like. I even questioned they even saw the movie, because that's not what I saw in the movie. Yes, it's about feminism. It's pretty much about being a woman. Like, that's one of the main themes of this movie. Just what it means to be a woman. But it was not. I did not find it to be preachy. It's not. Just preaching about female agenda, and it's not male hate. It wasn't even male hating. In fact, this movie's message is about gender equality. Like, seriously, the message of this movie is to not put one gender above another. Every gender needs to be equal. Yeah, in this movie, the women, like just like what I explained earlier, the women were put above the men. And basically, when the women were like in power, and the men, and the Barbies were in power, and the Kens were just just losers. But but then the Kens. Now, I'm not gonna give away spoilers. If I don't want to spend too much time here, I don't want to spend too much time here. I still got things to say though. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil what happens. But yeah, this movie is just about gender equality. The message of just not putting one gender above another. And I love that Greta Gerwig showed it. So yeah, I feel like people just missed. The haters of Barbie just missed the point, and they're just missing the point on like the gender equality message. And in the end of the movie, they pretty much set up a Ken movie. So the Ken, like the Margot Robbie Barbie said, that Ken needs to find himself. Like Ken needs to find his true identity. So that's why Warner Bros. Announced a Ken movie, because it's gonna be about the Kens trying to find out who they are. So maybe that Ken movie could make people appreciate Barbie a lot more. Yeah. And they also set up a Barbie sequel, which I actually recorded a short about the Barbie sequel. Yeah. About just no, just my idea on it, but there's no greenlit Barbie sequel yet. Yeah, there's none. And also, the movie's production design is gorgeous. In fact, it's the best. It's actually the best production design of the year. Yeah, the most gorgeous one. And yeah, this movie might actually win the Frozen Awards for best production design. Hopefully, maybe there could be one that's better, but we'll see. Yeah. And and also the performances were great. Of course, well, Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, you can't go wrong with them. Ryan Gosling seems to have like so much fun with this, like and it was definitely like a perfect way to make up for his boring performance in First Man. Now I would say that I still think La La Land is his best performance, but this is like a top tier. I actually would say both Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling gave their third best performance. Yeah, there's like two others I prefer. For Margot Robbie, it's Babylon and Wolf of Wall Street that just edges out on this one. Oh yeah, actually no, scratch that. This is my fourth favorite. Number three is Sharon Tate in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But I actually yes, I actually think Margot Robbie was better here than Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. Hers Harley Quinn. Yeah. Ryan Gosling, the performances that edges out the Ken for me are La La Land and Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, but this is close. Yeah, and yeah, they were just perfect. But the standouts to me, the standouts are Ariana Greenblatt as Sasha and America Ferrera as Gloria. Just such a perfect duo. Just such a perfect duo. I just love seeing them together, and you have such a great mother and daughter relationship. And I know I heard people, even the ones who like this movie, criticize both of them for just trying to ruin the pacing and stuff, and just they made the movie unfocused. Yes, they did. Yes, the middle act does focus on the duo, but it actually made me confirm that they were the best characters in the movie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Gloria is just a perfect mother, and it's just so much fun. And honestly, my favorite American Ferrera performance, yes, even dethroning Astrid, but Sasha is my true favorite character, and this movie made me a fan. I'm actually a fan of Ariana Greenblatt now after seeing this one, because Sasha is just probably the most well-developed character in this movie. The most like well-developed because she actually went from hating on Barbie. Like, she actually started out as just this mean girl, this bully this person who actually bullied Barbie and made Barbie cry for the first time. Yeah. So she actually became a bully. I feel like people are gonna hate on Sasha. I can't see that happening, but I hope it's not true because I think Sasha is someone I'm gonna defend. But over time, she learns to appreciate Barbie. When Barbie takes both Gloria and Sasha to the real world, Sasha learns to pretty much just appreciate Barbie and to that just appreciate Barbie. Yeah. Yeah, that's why she's my favorite. And she's just probably the most badass character in this movie. And yeah, and even the Kens were great too. Like Ryan Gosling, the fan favorite character, just great. I can't even, in fact, I can't even decide who's better, Margot Robbie's Barbie or Ryan Gosling's Ken. I cannot decide who is better. But then okay, anything else I'm missing here? Oh yeah, also you have some great Ken, like Shang-Chi Ken, Simu Liu, Shang-Chi Ken. I'm calling him Shang-Chi Ken. There's also Graphic Ken, Graphic as in the villain Secret Invasion because he's played by the same actor. You got John Cena Ken, like as a mermaid. Honestly, Dwayne Johnson should have. Not gonna lie, I think Dwayne Johnson should have been the Ken man, the Ken mermaid instead of John Cena. But John Cena is good too, pretty good too. Yeah. The comedy is hilarious. It's some of the funniest comedy I've seen in the year. It's either this or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, like the movies that made me laugh the most. And kind of The Flash, I guess. But yeah, this movie is just hilarious. This movie actually does have some and also the reason why this movie is considered to be not for kids is because it actually has a lot of potty humor and adult jokes. Like there was one joke in this movie that the one joke in this movie that mentioned penis and vagina, and my god, that was like the best joke in the movie. Also, there was a use of the word fascist, which is something that don't know if I would say it's a swear word, but kind of a strong word for a quote unquote kids movie. And the soundtrack's really great too. Like Dance at Night, the what was I made for with by Billie Eilish, but Just Ken is still my favorite scene in the film. In fact, my favorite song in the film. In fact, the Just Ken. In fact, the best scene in the entire film was actually just a scene centered around all the Kens. Like, basically, my favorite, the standout scene in the movie is the Ken War. Like, basically, I'm not gonna explain what happens here. It's gonna be a huge part, but yeah. But the Kens like literally had like a major brawl. They both had like I'm sure you saw the beach fight in the trailers. Yeah, that actually happens, and that was the best scene in the film. The best scene in the film, and also that fight scene, it literally turns from just a physical fight to a dance fight, and the dance fight is the one you saw in the very first teaser trailer at the end of the first teaser trailer. Yeah, that was just epic, and yeah, that was just epic, man. So good. Oh, and also this movie's emotional as well. Yeah, so bring your tissues, cause there are scenes where you're gonna cry. Specifically, like basically the scene with Barbie just having Gloria and Sasha in her vision, and she vision, and then you see just Barbie just having a tear where, and yeah, and I don't want to explain too much about that, but yeah, those scenes every time Barbie has a vision, and also the ending as well. Yeah, it did make me cry. So yeah, this movie is funny and emotional at the same time. Yeah. So yeah, that's all. So overall, Barbie is a masterpiece. It's not the now. I still prefer Little Women. I still prefer Little Women because I'm just more of a I just prefer Florence Pugh and Emma Watson over Margot Robbie, and it's a no-brainer that I'm more of a Disney fan than a Warner Bros. Fan, since Little Women was technically made by Disney, since it was released at the time when Disney already acquired Fox. Honestly, Barbie would have been great, would have been better as a Disney movie. Like, Barbie kind of feels like a Disney movie at times, specifically the Dreamlands. Specifically when it comes to the Barbie land, you get Disney vibes from it. Although when it comes to the real world scenes, the real world scenes is where it just gets pure Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Like it, yeah. And yes, yeah, this movie is just hilarious. It's just hilarious. It's just emotional. It actually has a clever plot with a lot of surprises. Yeah, prepare to be like shocked by a couple of decisions made, and yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention there was some fourth wall breaking as well. Like they mentioned that a Ken sequel, that Warner Bros. Is making a Ken movie, and also there's a scene where they reference Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, that was like such a great reference. I cannot forget that actually happened. Is it now? Yes, I still prefer Oppenheimer over Barbie, and Barbie may not be my top. Barbie is probably not going to be my top 10 favorite movies of the year at the end of the year, but Barbie will still be just a movie that I'll remember. And yeah. So with that said, I'm going to give Barbie a 10 out of 10. So I'd like to give a special shout out to Harry Thomas Pictures. He's going to love this movie, and I know it's his most anticipated movie of the year, and it's going to be his favorite movie of the year, so yeah. So also for my review of Barbie, what is your opinion of this movie? Do you agree with me that Barbie was a masterpiece, best comedy movie of the year? And is this your favorite movie of the year? Or are you one of those people who was underwhelmed by this movie? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review of a couple of select Disney remakes leading up to the Little Mermaid, because I'm about to rant to the Little Mermaid when it comes to the digital. Oh boy, so yeah. Also, stay tuned for new cherry reactions. My next video will be my cherry reactions for the Marvels. So yeah, bye guys.